Happy Monday! Who's ready for some forecast weather? We had a couple of difficulties, but we're here now, and that's what matters. Alrighty, so I'm going to keep this one brief for you. The biggest point is the fact that we do have rain chances in and around most of the next couple of days, so keep that in mind. Right now, 55. I may have overshot today's high. I thought we were going to kind of get to some 60s, but with this cloud cover and the amount of rain we saw this morning, rain-cooled air really hung around from last night. So now we're dealing with that rain-cooled air, and it's continuing to push us and keep us around those mid and upper 50s for a couple areas. So let's... Max wants to catch up with me. There we go. All right, so we have another passing swath of showers, as you can see, around Florence and Russellville. Even on its way to Pulaski, could see some passing showers right around that time. The expectation is to keep the rest of the day dry. We're just going to see a slight shower every now and again. And like I mentioned, with those temperatures still in those mid and upper 50s, some folks may see 60, and it's going to be tough to get to that. But you see Winchester's at 58 already, so we could possibly see that. We'll see pockets of sunshine, but very hard to come by today. And I mean the smallest of pockets. So let's go hour by hour. This is picking it up from in the next 10 minutes, really. Could see some spotty showers. Now, it looks like this wants to toss us a couple of showers east of I-65, this particular model run. I'm not sure if I'm really 100% backing that part, but there are going to be some sporadic showers. And see, you can look toward Moulton, Decatur, Athens. You can see right in there, there's a slight pocket of clarity among the clouds that we're going to see today. So very much a cloudy day, and then a cloudy evening. This is around 10:30. We'll start to see clear skies in very few places. So it's probably going to be like mostly cloudy in some places, and then other places are going to be partly cloudy. So looking at Tuesday morning, this is around 3:30. Starting to see some snatches of clear sky around the 6 to 8 a.m. hours. This is 8:30. Still keeping a nice breeze out the door. Very light so far. We've had some heavier breezes these past couple of days, so looks like we're going to have it kind of pick up later in the day. We're going to continue to see temperatures right under 60. Areas like Athens, Decatur, Florence, Muscle Shoals, they'll definitely see some of those 60s, but rain chances start to come by as we get to your afternoon hours, especially for our western communities. You can see here, wind will also pick up by that point. Now, I know a lot of folks are doing some pre-Halloween celebrations, trunk or treats, trick or treat, goodness, teacher treat trails of that nature. I know some schools are trying to do some stuff, fall festivals and everything. What we're expecting for this timeline with rain on Tuesday, this is going to be our evening day that we start to see some of those heavier showers in the evening hours. So eastern communities won't see much of these rain chances until 6:30, 7 o'clock. But this is 4:30 for right now for the western communities. We'll start to see that rain pick up, move through the valley throughout most of the afternoon. This is around 8 p.m. It does kind of move a little on the slow side, so to speak. So we'll continue to track that out. Thankfully, it looks like it's just going to be the rest of the evening. So I'm hoping some things are starting to wrap up around that 6 and 7 o'clock hour, so we can see that opportunity for you can enjoy your afternoon, and then, you know, as things start to change, maybe head on inside. Here's what we're looking at for Hurricane Melissa. This is going to be a devastating storm for the entirety of Jamaica. I mean, Montego Bay, I think they talked about it kind of passing over that area. So, or at least the eye passing over that area. So it's a very small portion of the community that may see the lightest of rainfall. It's forecasted to be about 40 inches of rain across the island as a whole. So really hoping and sending prayers and my condolences and thoughts to those folks, because hurricanes are no joke, especially when you are in such a smaller land mass than us here in the US or even Mexico, South America. When it's islands, I mean, you can see the track of it just will pass completely over this community, and there's not much of a safe space, so to speak, for it. So Category 5 at the moment. We'll continue to see that kind of pass over Jamaica as a Category 5, somewhere between passing over Jamaica and coming out on the other end. It'll be a Category 3. Looks like that will happen around Tuesday evening. So it looks like this may pass in about 24 hours, but you can still see they're dealing with a good deal of that rain anyhow, even with the mass of the hurricane not quite being over them just yet. So, of course, send all of your positive thoughts and prayers to those folks there. Some folks have left and flown out, but other folks are kind of stuck in a waiting game. So, looking at the rest of our week, though, we will start to cool down quicker than anticipated from earlier this weekend. We thought that we would see some cooler conditions maybe Thursday, but now it's looking like Wednesday is going to be a cooler day as well, since we have heavier rain chances that day. Rain-cooled air is going to kind of hang around for the next couple of days. Tomorrow may be the warmest day of the week, of the work week, I should say. So looking at your Halloween forecast, we'll start to see temperatures in the 50s for that day. It's going to be chilly and breezy, so make sure you are keeping up with that as you get ready to plan out your evening plans for Halloween. I know there are several fall festivals happening around Huntsville. Plenty of neighborhoods are trick-or-treating. Several Halloween festivities that are happening that night as well, so grab a jacket out the door, cover the costume a little bit. It's okay. You can take it off when you get inside, right? It's in character. So just make sure that you are bundling up and taking the precautions that you need to take. So let's go ahead and look at our 10-day. Rain chances, like I mentioned, hanging in and around most of our week ahead. Tuesday's shower chance is really going to be in the evening hours. Looking at Wednesday, next heaviest chance for rain. That's what's going to push us back into those 50s for a day or two. Looks like we may warm up, actually, on Halloween. I may have to chit-chat with Eric and see. Looks like we may warm up a little bit on Halloween, but that morning, though, starting in the 90s, goodness, 30s, upper 30s. Promise I can read today. It's going to be probably the first frost of the season, and we'll kind of see that kind of continue through the next few days getting into the weekend. So it's going to be some chilly nights, real chilly nights. We can expect, well, still expect the evening to be in those 50s, because by the time we get to sunset, we'll get back into the 50s, and it'll still be, like I mentioned, breezy. So still rings true. It's just the high is going to be around 61. So at least it's a little warmer, if you could even say that for this time of year. But hey, fall's here, right? Exciting. So looking ahead to your weekend, though, rain chances won't return until Sunday. We'll see some possible chances for rain, and then as we get through the following work week, that's when we'll start to see those 60s back into the forecast. Looks like it's going to be drier next week as well. So once we get through this wet week, we'll get back to a drier week. I hope you have a great rest of your Monday and great rest of the week ahead. I'll be back here for another Weather Extra at 10:30. Have a good one.